Hello, my name is Barbara Leaf. I'm the U.S. Ambassador to the United Arab Emirates, and I'm honored to welcome you into my home today. My family and I have been here for almost 3 years, so this makes our third Ramadan in the UAE. And as usual, I look forward to the holy month of Ramadan with a great sense of anticipation. I have found Emiratis most welcoming to those who are visitors, even those who are visitors for several years. They welcome you into their home, and that's what has happened every Ramadan. I'm also looking forward to the fact that I will myself be hosting a suhoor and opening up my home to Emiratis and other friends who are celebrating the holy month of Ramadan. So this is the year of giving in the UAE, and I think that is a concept that has particular meaning, particular resonance for those of us who live in the UAE. It's a country that has welcomed 200 different nationalities and ethnicities and religions. People from all over the world find their place here. And I think it's a great thing that this year was designated the year of giving. And at this time of year, during the holy month of Ramadan, a time of reflection, of spirituality, of empathy for one's fellow human being, I think it causes all of us to reflect upon the ways in which we can be better citizens of the world, and better human beings to each other. We open our hearts, we open our homes, and we look for ways that we can help our fellow citizens in need. Today, I'm looking forward to welcoming a very dear friend of mine, Nawal, who's coming by in a few moments to teach me one of her favorite recipes. And I'll let you know what it is in a few moments. But before we do that, I'd like to take you on a tour of my home so that I can show you some of the things that are particularly dear to me. So this is one of the paintings that I selected when I was preparing to come out for my assignment to the United Arab Emirates. We have an opportunity as ambassadors to select paintings from American artists, and in this case I looked at artists that would represent important pieces of scenery around the country from different regions that were important to me and my family. We had lived there, or our families had lived there. So in this case, I picked artists and seascapes and landscapes from California, New Mexico, and Maine. And I thought that these seascapes and desertscapes would have particular resonance for Emiratis, given that this country, too, is built of magnificent scenery, of the sea, of mountains, and of course of deserts. So this is one of my dearest possessions. It's called a pie safe, and there's a story behind it. I grew up on a tobacco farm with my 5 brothers and sisters. And years later, I came back to visit my mother, and I found this beautiful piece of Americana in the village where she lives. The story behind it is the following. In the early to mid-19th century, when this was made, the lady of the house would bake her pies, her cakes, her breads, and then range them on the shelves here. And then she would close it up and let the lovely cool breezes of the farm waft through and cool off her baked goods, safe from flies and insects, and from the prying fingers of children. I love this piece, and it goes with us everywhere we live, no matter where we live, whether it's Cairo, Sarajevo, or Abuظbي. And when I see it, when I touch it, I think of my childhood, and I think of the farm, and I think of my dear mother. Last year, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan declared 2016 the year of reading. I thought it was a brilliant idea because there is nothing like a book. There is nothing like reading to open the minds of young children, to open the minds of adults to the greater world, to people of other faiths, other cultures. And I myself find reading a great adventure, a great place to go when I want to be far, far away from work. So the most precious hours of the week for me, apart from those with my family, are the hours that I spend in our garden early in the morning, especially on the weekends, on a Friday morning, with a favorite book, a cup of coffee, and the music of dozens of different kinds of birds in my ears, the birds who make the UAE their home every winter as they pass through here to other parts of the globe. Noel, hi.
Ambassador.
How are you?
It's been a long time.
It's been too long. Did you come all the way from Sharjah?
Yes.
Let's go make our cake.
Let's go.
Welcome to my kitchen. As I said earlier, my dear friend, Nawal, is here to teach me, to help me discover one of her masterpieces. Nawal is not only a dear friend, she is also a woman entrepreneur. And she is the owner and the inspiration behind Paper Fig in Sharjah. And I have long wanted to learn the secrets of her success. And so today, that's what we're going to do.
Yes, we're going to bake my famous cheesecake, and I'm going to reveal my secrets to you, the one I have since 7 years.
Great.
Yeah, I learned to bake it because I love cheesecake, and this is something I try to try from here and there, wherever I travel, wherever I go. It's the cheesecake that like make me like go and try it and try different flavors and different ways of how people are cooking it.
And this has really a local twist to it, which I love. And of course I love cheesecake in general, like any red-blooded American. But the interesting thing about cheesecake is it's not just New York cheesecake. It's California cheesecake, there's Washington State cheesecake. We love cheesecake, and so this is a perfect thing for us to make together.
Yeah.
Yalla, let's go.
So what we will need, what we will need for the recipe is the biscuit.
Yes.
It's crushed biscuit, sugar, and melted butter.
And that's going to be for the crust,
For the
I suppose.
crust, yes.
Okay, so shall we do
So we'll need to mix it all together
Okay.
till we create like the crumbles, then we'll press it into the pan.
Okay, so shall we mix it in that bowl?
Yes.
All right. I'm very excited about this.
Me too.
Okay, shall I stir it?
The sugar actually it will make it also stick together.
Okay.
Because once you bake it, the sugar will melt and it will create like a crusty,
like a bond.
yeah.
Yes. Shall we just go ahead and put it in the pan?
Yes.
Does it look moist enough? Okay. Okay. And then
We'll press it.
press it, including along the side. So did I tell you about one of my favorite cheesecakes? Because I want to teach you how to make it.
When you'll teach me? This is the question.
Maybe this summer. Maybe this summer when things are a little bit quiet and we have some time as working women to spend some time in the kitchen. One of my favorite cheesecakes,
What is that?
chocolate cheesecake. And there's some secrets to it, of course. One of the most important aspects.
What's that?
It has a crust that is made of cookies. You take the cookies, you scrape off all the white cream, and you crush it with butter and cinnamon, and that is your crust, cinnamon. It is lovely. This is the tricky part of doing a cheesecake,
Yes.
as I've learned. Now, are we going to chill this, or are we going to
Yes,
leave
we
it
need
aside?
to chill it.
Okay.
We need to keep it till we finish mixing the filling.
Okay.
So it will be cold enough for us to bake it later on.
Okay, so I'll put it away for now.
The first secret that I learned through making all the cheesecakes that I've done since 7 years now, everything needs to be at room temperature. Otherwise, while baking, it's going to crack. It's going to create lots of like baking issues. So, yeah. So
Baking issues.
Yes. So the first thing that I always make sure, like all my ingredients are room temperature. So we'll need. Here we'll need cream cheese.
Right, which any good cheesecake must employ.
And sugar.
Okay.
With a bit of flour also.
With a bit of flour?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And we'll put the flour in. Okay.
And we need to mix it.
Okay. Okay. Perhaps I should just get a spatula.
Yes.
Okay, shall I push everything down to make sure it's mixing well? Okay.
So now we'll need to add the eggs. So we need to add them one by one.
Okay.
Keep mixing it.
Okay. Okay. And what do you have in that bowl? That's your secret ingredient,
yes.
isn't it?
Yes. Should we reveal it or not yet?
Yes. We'll reveal it once we finish. So tell me what this secret ingredient is over there. I have a feeling I know what it is.
At the time that I started to do my own cheesecake, actually, I did not know what is the sour cream, and every time I'm trying to find it in the market, I don't find it. It was difficult to find the sour cream. So I was like just researching and finding something that has similar texture. And I found like maybe by using labna would help.
Of course.
Yeah. So since I started
Labna.
I used labna and replaced it with the sour cream, and this is my secret that I revealed.
That is
now.
a great idea.
And it's really giving it a texture, and It's really different when you try it with labna or with sour cream. You will find the difference between them.
Shall I go?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is it going to set just like that? And we're going to do
Yes.
decoration with everything
The decoration at the end.
else at the end?
Yes, after baking it. So the other secret that I'm going to reveal to you today is that when you are baking a cheesecake, it's always giving you a hard time after baking. So it might crack, it might be dry.
Yes.
And the only solution I found through baking for the last 7 years was to put it and bake it in a water bath. So this is
one of the secrets. So the technique that helps
Yes.
everything, that helps the alchemy
Yeah.
of all the ingredients
So it will help
merge.
the cheesecake not to crack after you bake
Yes, I see. I see. So that's what we'll do next.
it. Yes.
So Nawal, we do the water bath
Yes.
by putting it here.
And we need
then-
some water to pour it here.
Okay.
And
The next step is
we'll pour a bit of water,
you can tell me.
enough to stay in the oven for 45 minutes. So more
Right.
than that, yeah.
Yeah. So you want just a shallow pan of water. Is that enough?
Yes.
Okay. And now we'll put it into the waiting oven.
So we need to put it on the oven with a temperature of 170 Celsius.
Okay.
And for 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yes.
And then, should I check it at about 45 minutes, or would you say even sooner? I think I remember you saying something about not opening.
Yes,
The oven
you should
to
not
check.
open. Yes.
Yes.
Do not check. Do not open. So after the 45 minutes, go and check. Like you will see how it look like. Is it?
Is it a little bit
Yes.
like jelly in the
Jiggly.
middle? Yes,
Yeah.
jiggly. Exactly,
Yes.
jiggly.
So after that, you can decide like it need more time
Yes.
or you should keep it in the oven. And we cannot open the oven directly. We need to just slightly open the door.
Just to peek in.
Yeah.
Just to
so
peek
the
in.
steam can go out.
Exactly.
This will prevent the cheesecake not to crack also.
Yes. So, we have a beautiful example of your masterpiece.
I will
And-
garnish it now.
All right, let's decorate it.
So we'll decorate it with the raspberry. Then we'll top it also with the pistachio. Pistachio and raspberry, they are a good combination together.
It's a
Yes.
beautiful combination.
So they will actually complement all the taste that you will have on the cheesecake.
Yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Is that good?
Yes.
You've done it. Noel, I'm going to show you something that tastes just delicious with cheesecake, and it's Southern sweet tea. So I'm going to fill this up. It's we Americans, we love iced tea, and we make it in
Tell me
many
it's
different
peach
ways.
inside.
No, it's got a little bit of fruit inside, but the real trick is that it is nice and cold and very sweet. And it is so refreshing in the heat of the summer, and of course during the holy month of Ramadan, for iftar, for suhoor, it's a refreshing drink. So Noel, I think we've achieved what we set out to do, which is to make a lovely dessert. Tell me about dessert and how it plays into the meal at iftar.
Actually, the dessert is something that everyone is waiting for after they have their fatoor, and today we are going to have a cheesecake. Yes.
And it's a beautiful one.
Thank you so much.
for the holy month of Ramadan. Ramadan Kareem.
Ramadan Kareem.